And now it is my pleasure to introduce the chair of the Legacy Foundation and the 68th president of the Union League of Philadelphia, Ms. Joan Carter.
Thank you, Jim. So on behalf of all of those who support the Union League Legacy Foundation and all the members of the Union League of Philadelphia, I congratulate both the Union League scholars and the Abel scholars, and I hope that tonight will be the beginning of a meaningful relationship. This isn't sort of just a one-time thing. We hope that you will be a regular visitor to the Union League. We hope that you'll take advantage of what the Union League Legacy Foundation has to offer you. And I invite you to get to know our league members. These are people who are leaders in our community and in their professions, and know that they really do want to meet you. They want to hear from you. They want to hear about your achievements, because in some small way, your achievements are the achievements that we would like to share in. The Union League was founded in 1862, and it was founded to support President Abraham Lincoln. It was founded to support the abolitionist movement, and it was founded to support the Union. And for the past 160 years, it has been a civic leader in our city, in our Commonwealth, and in our nation. And the first line of our bylaws tells you, every member shall support the Constitution of the United States and the free enterprise system. That is a statement of who we are, and that is the basis for all of the educational programming of the Union League Legacy Foundation. So over the next 4 years, our scholars will be invited to programs that will explore these ideas, things like the Constitution, individual liberty, free enterprise, the rule of law, and other topics that are the foundation of our great republic. I hope that our scholars will attend as many as possible. And I want to give my sincere thanks to Jim Dunnigan and to the members of the Scholarship Committee. The whole program, selection particularly, is not an easy task. And your leadership and your really hard and tireless work on behalf of these scholars is what makes this evening and this program happen. Finally, my really sincere thanks to the benefactors who have given so generously to make tonight possible. Your continued support of this program and your investment in these wonderful young leaders is truly inspiring. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Joan. The Scholarship Awards dinner is indeed a memorable evening as we gather together, thankfully once again in person, in the League House to celebrate the achievements of our scholarship recipients. And as Joan said, we hope this is the first of many, many visits that you will make to the League. So this evening, we will have two parts of our award ceremony. The first part will be for our Abel scholars, which will take place in a moment. And the second will be for our Union League scholars, which will occur after dinner. But before we start the Abel Scholarship presentations, I would like to take a moment to recognize and thank Will and Joan Abel for their generosity and for their generosity and forethought to create this scholarship program to benefit the children of Union League employees. Will and Joan, thank you again. Now to get us started and introduce our first scholar, please welcome to the stage a member of the Abel Scholarship Selection Committee, Amara Briggs. Amara.
Thanks so much, Jim. Before I introduce Michael, I want to thank all of you for being here and joining to celebrate these remarkable young men and women. I realize we're now kind of past COVID and people are traveling now, so taking that time to join us tonight is so great. Now I'm really proud to introduce you to Michael Bouchard. Michael is a senior at Swenson Arts and Technology. He is the stepson of Michael O'Neill, a 9-year employee with the Union League's engineering team. He is joined here tonight by his stepdad and his mother, Nicole. He is part of a big family with 5 siblings between his mom and dad. Michael is passionate about his future and pursuing a career in the automotive industry. When I read his application, what really stood out to me from Michael's interview and his application was his integrity, which he showed in his essay. He wrote, "Being the most trusted and respected in my trade is something I strive for. I'm not looking to be the most expensive or the cheapest. If you can trust in my business, to be honest, half of my work in life is already done." This is really a skill you're born with and is in line with our Union League values. It's not often you find this focus from an 18-year-old. He's excited to attend Automotive Training Center beginning in June. He's literally taking like a week off and then he starts. So Michael, we're excited to be part of your path and I look forward for the future. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Over here? Okay, excuse me. All right, Michael, we're going to take a picture.
I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight and bringing over all the scholars today. I would like to thank Mr. Abel for giving us this opportunity for the Abel Scholarship. And I would like to thank my stepdad for giving me the opportunity to even apply for the scholarship here, and everyone in the Abel Scholarship program for being so welcoming and nice to all the new scholars. And I would also like to thank everyone that came out and showed love to all the new scholars and make sure everyone felt welcome tonight. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Michael. I'd like to ask Gary Sylvie to present the next award.
I'm happy to introduce Morgan Delaney, a senior at Middle Township High School. Morgan is the oldest daughter of Doug Delaney, golf professional at Union League National. She's joined here by her dad and her mom, Mary. At home, she has 2 younger sisters. Morgan is an all-star student, a member of National Honor Society, and participated in all 4 years of high school in Key Club, Red Cross Club, lacrosse, and cross country. In fact, she was varsity for several of these years and captain in cross country this year. Remarkably, she has volunteered over 300 hours of community service. You might find this surprising, but in her spare time, she enjoys working at Union League National as both an expediter and a four caddy. And I've heard quite a very good four caddy over the years. Started at age 13 at a very challenging golf club there. Very nice. I'm thinking she might have a few more special requests this summer from a few people in this room. Morgan is excited to attend a 3+2 program, receiving 2 bachelors, one from Lebanon Valley College and second from Penn State. She also had said that she expects to be playing there on the lacrosse team, yes? Yes, okay, excellent. I am excited to say Morgan's scholarship is made possible through the generosity of the Heritage Cigar Club. Morgan, congratulations on your scholarship.
Still need you. Perfect. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I want to start off by saying thank you to my parents. I would be nothing without them and their encouragement to pursue all of my dreams and interests. Next, I would like to thank the committee members of the Abel Scholarship, Mr. and Mr. Abel, for giving not only me, but the rest of the recipients the opportunity. Thank you so much for everything and everyone who came out tonight. It was nice to see some friendly faces from the golf course, and I'm sure I'll be seeing you again this summer. Thank you.
We'll ask Bob Sharufali to come up and introduce our next recipient. There he is.
It is my honor and pleasure to be part of tonight's program and introduce Georgia Erdman, who just finished her freshman year at Rutgers University. Georgia is the youngest daughter of 12-year employee Bridget Combs from our Founders Cafe team. Attending with Georgia tonight is her mom, Bridget, her stepfather, Scott. She is the youngest of three with an older sister and brother. Georgia graduated last year from Sterling High School, where she was active with the girls' basketball team. And by the way, I got tired reading all of this, everything she's done. Active with the girls' basketball team, field hockey, and lacrosse. She also managed the boys' basketball team, was student council president and president of the student government. She was also a member of the National Honor Society for 3 years. She's also a volunteer. She also is a volunteer and camp counselor. She is now attending Rutgers University to study nursing and works at the Cooper University Hospital. Georgia is a remarkable young woman, and I have no doubt we will all be impressed with her as she progresses through her college career and whatever she does in life. Georgia, we hope to see you here often. Congratulations. That's you.
Oh, hi everyone. I just would like to say I'm so grateful to be given this opportunity, grateful to be here with everyone tonight. Thank you to anyone who's participated in my upbringing, anything. I love you, Mom. Thank you.
Our next presenter is Joan Abel. Joan.
Hello there, everyone. This is an exciting night for these young people. And I see some people smiling at me that I haven't seen in months. So it's very nice to be here. I would like to introduce Kyan Gerson. She is the daughter of our 26-year-old employee, Sharina Grierson, from the Liggs accounting office. And so I really didn't know Sharina in the last 26 years because I don't go to the accounting office. And they are also here with Kyan's aunt, Judy. Kyan is a senior at George Washington Carver High School of Engineering and Science. She has been active with tennis, badminton, and choir. She's been a member of the National Honor Society for 3 years and vice president of student government. She has also been active with Breakthrough of Greater Philadelphia, UPenn's Social Innovators Entrepreneurship Program, Project Home, and attended the Freedoms Foundation at Valley Forge's Spirit of America program. In her spare time, if she has any, she's worked here at the League. Kane is excited to attend Boston University this fall, where she will study hospitality. Congratulations. Really proud of you. Okay. Oh, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I would first like to thank my mother for this opportunity and my family for supporting me, the entire Legacy Foundation and Abel Scholarship Board, especially Mr. and Mrs. Abel, for your generosity. I would like to thank the League family, especially Ms. Patty and Mr. Jeff, for always encouraging me and supporting my dreams. I appreciate you all, and I thank you all for this welcoming enter into League family. Thank you.
Thank you, presenters and students, and maybe one additional round of applause for all the Abel Scholars. I know you have worked up an appetite. We're going to take a break, let you enjoy dinner, and we'll be back for the balance of the program after dinner. Enjoy. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention again. Ladies and gentlemen, I always hate to interrupt all that great conversation. Hopefully you enjoyed your dinner. And now on to dessert, but we'll resume our program. But before we meet our 2022 Union League Scholars, I'd like to take a moment to recognize our previous scholarship award recipients. And if you would please stand as I call your name. From 2021, Denal Battles. Denal O'Neill. Denal O'Neill. Donald Rowland. Kendall. Here I am, Kendall, sorry. 2020, Victoria Maloney. Grace Matthews. There you are. Anthony Shope. Anthony. There you go. In 2019, Danielle Gribbin. Danielle. From 2018, Kevin DeWeese. Jack Runnell. Jack. And lastly, Zachary Thornton. Congratulations. Thank you, and we appreciate you returning to be with us this evening. Thank you. Please be seated. So we are gathered here with some of the most extraordinary people from this historic patriotic institution. This room tonight represents the leadership of the Legacy Foundation, the dedicated staff, generous donors, and the leadership of the League. I am truly humbled to work with so many talented and generous people. My thanks to everyone for being here this evening. It's because of you that this program is possible. There are a few people I would be remiss not to acknowledge specifically. First, our Union League scholars all came through the Legacy Foundation's Good Citizen Day program, an all-day civics education program that has been held at the League for more than 75 years. Let me thank this year's chair of that program, Steve Averillo. Steve, please stand. Thank you, Steve, for the hard work that you and your committee put to that day. And then to my fellow scholarship committee members, who you will meet individually as I introduce the scholars. But I want to recognize the many hours that they put into the selection process this year. This year, they read 46 applications, participated in a full day of interviews, and made some really tough decisions to select the remarkable students you will meet tonight. So committee members, thank you for your dedication. And finally, to the staff of the Legacy Foundation, the professionalism and the dedication that you put into your work day in and day out, this wouldn't be possible without you. Kristen Moran, our Director of Development. I hope you clap that loudly when she calls you for donation. John Miko, our Executive Director. John. And especially for the scholarship program, Kira Foley-Tusman, our Chief Administrative Officer. So these scholarship programs are just one part of the many programs that the Legacy Foundation conducts. Inspired and guided by the United States Constitution and the history, principles, and values of the League, the Legacy's Foundation mission is to create better informed, more engaged citizen leaders. We do this through exhibits, tours, civics education programs, publications, research, and lecture programs. Last year, the Legacy Foundation conducted nearly 70 programs, distinct programs that reached thousands, many outside the walls, beyond the walls of this building. This work, as we all know, is more important than ever, and thank you for those in this room who so generously support all of that work. And now it's time to meet some of the future leaders, our Union League scholars. And I'll just tell you that, as we being privileged to be part of the scholarship selection committee, as we went through these interviews, it's one of these, students come in and we'd interview and they'd go out and we'd all look at each other and go, wow, how are we gonna make this selection? They were all outstanding interviews and we're thrilled with this class of recipients. So to introduce this year's class of our scholarship committee members, will come to the stage, we'll introduce a recipient, we'll then allow the recipient a chance to make some brief remarks, and I will introduce our first scholar. So I'm happy to introduce John Damian Ferraro, who goes by Damian. Damian is a senior at the Haverford School, and he's here tonight with his mom, Anna. He also has a younger sister, Aria, as well. So Damian was nominated for the Good Citizenship Award by the Philadelphia Boys Choir and Chorale, where he has been involved for almost 10 years, including many years as president. Damian is involved at Haverford, including the Service Board, Haverford School Notables, the Peer Counseling Program as a tour guide, a pianist in the orchestra, played on the soccer team, tennis team, was involved in theater. In his spare time, he worked as a caddy at Overbrook Golf Club and a counselor at Camp Tecumseh. And in August, Damian will move to North Carolina, where he will study at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Damian, we are thrilled to welcome you as a scholarship.
All right, good evening, everyone. First, I'd like to thank the Union League for giving me this tremendous honor and just the opportunity to meet so many generous and amazing people. I'd also like to thank the Philadelphia Boys Choir and Chorale, and specifically Jeff Smith, the director of the group, for nominating me for Good Citizen Day and eventually leading into this process. And finally, I'd like to thank my mother for her guidance and her generosity. If not for her, I wouldn't be here today. So, thank you.
I'll now introduce Monica Delala for the next introduction. Monica.
Hello, everyone. I am happy to introduce Kylie Butte. She is a senior at Rancocas Valley Regional High School, and she's here tonight with her parents, Christine and Joe, who are sitting at our table over there. Kylie was nominated for the Good Citizenship Award through her high school's Navy Junior ROTC program. While she got involved with this program just a few years ago, she was immediately picked out as a leader by the group. She was selected to be the executive officer and the color guard commander. As executive officer, she learned how to hone her leadership skills. She's a passionate student who loves to learn, which we were speaking about at the table with her parents. One thing I wanted to say with your essay, you know, all of these wonderful students write essays. And one thing that Kylie had mentioned multiple times was she was speaking about education and how that brings people to the American dream, which is what the essay was about. And her mother had said the same thing. She's an amazing student. She's taking all honors and AP classes. Her GPA is super high. I mean, she's really very impressive academically as well, which is, you know, what we look for in our students. She's also looking forward to continuing her education at Temple in the fall. She plans to study chemistry. I have no doubt she will continue to shine as a leader at Temple, and hopefully she'll be a familiar face here at the Legacy Foundation with us. We hope you will come back all the time. So congratulations on your Union League Scholarship, and let me...
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. I would just like to thank everybody here at the Union League for giving me this amazing opportunity to meet so many different people that are going to help me build my career and my education. And I'd just like to thank everybody for coming out and supporting me and the rest of the scholars here, and my parents especially for supporting me for the last 17 years of my life. Thank you.
I'll introduce Kira Foley-Tusman, who will introduce our next recipient. Kira.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here with us. I'm thrilled to introduce Erin Griffin. Erin is a senior at Daniel Boone High School. She is here tonight with her parents, Christine and Drew. She also has an older and younger sister back home. Erin was nominated for the Good Citizenship Award through Eastern Pennsylvania Youth Soccer Association. She's very engaged with her school through soccer, including captain last year, and on the varsity swim team. She is active in Relay for Life, a member of National Honor Society, German Club, a freshman mentor, and many other clubs, including Connections, Ecology, and table tennis. I want to hear more about that one. In the fall, Erin looks forward to going to East Stroudsburg University, where she already has a spot on their soccer team. Erin, welcome to being part of the Legacy Foundation family. We look forward to seeing you back here often. Congratulations.
Hello, everybody. My heart's beating a little fast here. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I want to start off by, just like everybody else, thanking my family for making me who I am today. I really appreciate everything you have done for me. I want to thank the Union League and the Legacy Foundation for opening this beautiful building with open arms for me, including all the other scholars. You really have done everything for me, and I really appreciate it. Congratulations to all the other scholars, and thank you very much for everything.
If I can ask Paul Becker to come up to do the next introduction.
Thank you, Karen. Good evening. I'm thrilled to introduce Christopher Howard. Chris is a senior at Valley Forge Military Academy. If you couldn't tell by his sharp uniform there. It was Valley Forge that nominated him for the Good Citizenship Award. And he is here tonight with his parents, Ursula and Christopher. He also has an older sister and a younger sister. Chris is a leader through and through, which shows in every activity that he does. He was Charlie Company Commander at Valley Forge Military Academy. He was captain of the football team, president of the National Honor Society, founder and president of the Academic Success Club, captain of the High Q Club, and served in student government. And in his spare time, Chris has gone on mission trips to Jamaica and has worked as a warehouse laborer with Diversified Imports. He's looking forward to studying at MIT this year. And Chris's scholarship is made possible through the generosity of donors Ari and Jerry Smith. I'm continuously impressed with this young man. Even as I was eating my chocolate dessert, he ordered fruit. So Chris, congratulations on your Union League scholarship.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for having me here tonight. I'd like to begin by thanking everyone at the Union League that's made this opportunity possible. A special thanks to the benefactors of this scholarship that are allowing me to continue my education. I'd like to thank my school, Valley Forge Military Academy, for nominating me and making this a possibility. God, of course, thank you so much for putting these opportunities in front of me. Then lastly, my mother and father, Ms. Ursula Abraham and Mr. Christopher Howard. Thank you so much for encouraging me to always focus on my education, and I wouldn't be where I am without you, so thank you so much.
So I'd like to introduce John Miko, who will present our next scholar.
Thank you, Paul. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here. I'm proud to introduce Shree Kumar, a senior at George School. He's joined here tonight by his parents and his younger brother, who I'm told believes that Shree is just as wonderful as we think he is. Shree was nominated for the Good Citizenship Award through the Washington Crossing Good Council Boy Scouts of America. He's a leader with Boy Scouts, serving as senior patrol leader and assistant scoutmaster. He's been involved athletically as well in the varsity lacrosse team, where he was captain for the last 2 years, and played for 4 years on the basketball team, the last 2 years on varsity. To round out his talents, Shree was also involved in the orchestra for 4 years, including 3.5 as principal bass. Shree will pursue his degree from Rochester Institute of Technology, and I'm honored to share that he's receiving the Sir John Templeton Scholarship, which is made possible by Jack and Pinna Templeton. I know many of you knew Jack and Pinna, and Jack is a graduate, as is Shree, of the same high school, the George School, and I know Jack is very pleased to, and on behalf of Jack, I present to you Shree Kumar as the Jack and Pinna Templeton Scholar.
I'd like to start by congratulating all the other winners. It's been amazing to get to know you all through some of the interview process and also today. I'd like to thank the league and the scholarship committee for making this opportunity possible for me, my parents, and I guess my little brother for pushing me to be the person that I am today, and finally, Miss Angela Flannery from Troop 99 for nominating me and jump-starting this whole process. Thank you.
And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Gary Dorsheimer, who will introduce our next scholar. Gary.
Hello, everyone. I believe fate has brought me here tonight. I'm happy and proud to introduce you to Damie Olatio, a senior at my very own alma mater, Parkland High School near Allentown. She's here tonight with both her parents, who are also in healthcare. That's about where our similarities end, because she's already outstripping me in her life. Damie was nominated for the Good Citizenship Award by the Eastern Pennsylvania Youth Soccer Association. Damie's an impressive young woman. She was co-founder and co-president for Parkland's Black Student Union. She was the captain of the U.S. Youth Soccer Olympic Development Program, captain of her varsity soccer team, vice president of the Leo Club, two-time state champion of Future Business Leaders of America, and that just scratches the surface. In her free time, Damie founded a nonprofit, the Amina Foundation, where she is program development specialist, working with young women in Nigeria. She's looking forward to pursuing her degree from the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. One last similarity for Penn here. Damie, I have no doubt that you are going to make us as proud here at the Union League as you have for yourself and your parents. Congratulations on your Union League scholarship.
All right, I would like to start out by thanking God, because without his protection, I would not be here today. I would like to thank all the Union League members who have generously donated for me to have this opportunity. And thank you all for being so welcoming today, and I'm so blessed to have met you all. And I would like to end off by thanking my parents for all their guidance and support. And even though I don't say it enough, I really love you and I appreciate you. Thank you.
It's also my pleasure to welcome the next presenter, Mr. Will Abel.
Good evening, everybody. And I do wish to thank all the Union League members and staff for the hours that they put in. I thought that Jim Dunnigan was very eloquent about it. But the one person, as far as the Abel Scholars for the Union League, deserves the kudos. It was Joan Abel's idea that we pursue that course of action. Sometimes she doesn't get everything she deserves, and tonight I must call her out. Also, I must also follow up with Jim Dunnigan's remarks and emphasize it even more. The staff of the Union League is unbelievable, especially in the office downstairs where Kara, Christian, and John Miko. If we didn't have them, we wouldn't have this event tonight. And I've understood that and appreciate that over the years. I've been a member of the league for almost 43 years. And they are the best team I've ever seen. Plus, the people that work with us in the Union League and help us maintain the standards that we have, and the staff that has become family to Joan and I. My daughter was married here 20 years ago, and we had staff as part of that wedding. It's a very special place, and I hope everybody realizes that it isn't a member, that this place really really presents the values of what each one of your children should have and will have in the future. With that said, I am happy to introduce you to Daisy Pinna, a senior at Camden Catholic High School. She's joined here tonight by Sister Leslie and friend Joseph. Daisy was nominated for the Good Citizenship Award by an organization just across the river, Lucy, Lifting Up Camden Youth, an incredible organization that works with youth in the heart of Camden. Daisy has been involved there for several years now and was a leader there this year. She's also active with her school's baking club for all 4 years of high school, as well as part of the lacrosse team too. Daisy is passionate about helping others. She is happy to pursue that passion further as she pursues her degree in social work from St. Joseph's University, starting this fall. The unique thing about Daisy was the fact that she does want to get her sociology degree or at St. Joe's, but she wants to go back to Camden and work with the youth of Camden through Lucy. People like her will certainly push forward the opportunities for the generation that follows her. I'm very proud and excited to introduce you to Daisy. Thank you.
I would like to say thank you to the Union League Foundation and also their scholarship committee. I would also like to say thank you to not only Lucy, but also to Kristen Prynn. And I would also like to thank my parents and my sister and Joseph, because they have pushed me to do the best that I can do and have helped me with all my struggles that I've had to trying to apply to college, trying to figure out what I needed to get done. Thank you and have a good night.
I was remiss personally in not thanking the committee that's on the scholarship. Wonderful people, dedicated, and I look forward to always working with them. Now, the president of that, or the chairman of that committee, is Jim Dunnigan, which I now take over. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Will. They say you learn something every day. I didn't realize Will had a love affair with the microphone. We love you, Will. Thank you. So I get to introduce our last scholar this evening, Jake Richards. I'm as a senior at the Westtown School. Jake is attending tonight with his father, John. Jake was nominated for the Good Citizen Award by the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra. He is passionate about all things music. He is a clarinetist for the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra since 2019, including being a section leader in 10th and 12th grades and a principal clarinet. He was a mentor for Tune Up Philly and conducting apprentice for the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra Music Institute. Outside of music, Jake has organized book drives, was a senior referee for field hockey and participated in a math modeling competition. Jake is excited to attend Columbia University this fall. Jake, congratulations on your Union League Scholarship.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is having a fine evening. The food certainly was great. I would like to thank a few people, my family. First of all, I love you guys so much, and I certainly would not be the person I am today without you. I would like to thank the members of the Union League Scholarship Committee for all the work that they've done in choosing from among a pool of highly qualified candidates. And I would like to thank each of the people who I was able to speak to tonight as well. It was a real pleasure to talk with all of you. Last person I would like to thank is the maestro himself, Lou Scaglione. Thank you very much, maestro. Now, I have a few last words that aren't of thanks, but I thought I would like to say something being the last person to speak. There is a line from a novel, To the Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf. And she writes, "What is the meaning of life?" That was all. A simple question. The great revelation hadn't come. The great revelation perhaps never did come. Instead, there were daily miracles, illuminations, matches struck unexpectedly in the dark. And I think we can all agree that here is one. Thank you. Thank you very much. Great job.
Another wow. Well, thank you to all of our scholars and the committee members for introducing them this evening. To our incoming scholars, I offer a few simple words. While this scholarship represents our financial support, it also serves to represent both the support of the Union League of Philadelphia and our personal support. You are embarking on the next steps of your life's journey, a journey that we hope will have frequent stops at the League. As we have stated several times now, we invite you back for programs and events and are here to support you and hope that you will take full advantage of what the League has to offer. The Legacy Foundation, the Union League, and its members have high aspirations for you and a few expectations of you. They include academic excellence, your continued service to your community and to your new school, and importantly, communication. Come back to the League for the programs, be a member of this new community. You have invited at this juncture of your life's journey, as a result of the love and support and sacrifice of those close to you, families, teachers, coaches, and friends. So I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize the families and friends of the scholarship recipients who are with them this evening for the support they have provided. Please stand up and be recognized. That's you. We know they couldn't have done it without you. Now, there's one more part of our program for the 2022 scholars, and I am happy to introduce the 72nd President of the Union League of Philadelphia, Mr. Craig Mills. Craig.
Thank you, Jim. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't claim to be the best speaker on the program tonight because I'm the last speaker, but there may be a conjunction between the two. I'm happy to play a part, and I think a not insignificant part, in a useful part of tonight's program. And it springs from the writing of Benjamin Franklin, perhaps the most remarkable American that Philadelphia has ever produced, renowned for his wit and his wisdom. And ironically, one of Franklin's best known works is one that he never intended for publication. It was a private letter between himself and a young man named Benjamin Webb. At the time, Mr. Webb was in financial difficulty, and he asked Franklin for a loan, and not a small loan. In today's dollars, it would have been about $6,500. Franklin agreed to send the money to this young man who he didn't know very well, and he didn't offer to charge him any interest. In fact, he didn't ask to be repaid at all. His request of Benjamin Webb was that Mr. Webb repay the kindness by, once he was on his feet again, providing a similar loan to someone in similar distress. I'd like to ask all of our scholars tonight to come up and line up and prepare to sign a copy of what is now known as the Franklin Letter. Because like Mr. Franklin, we will not ask that you repay our money with money, but we will ask that you repay it with kindness and with generosity. Once you're through with your glorious college careers, once you have achieved the success that we have no doubt you will succeed in life, and you find yourself in a position to help someone else out, we ask that you pay tonight's generosity forward by kicking off that chain reaction of good deeds that Franklin hoped to start in 1784 by signing a copy of the same letter that he sent to Mr. Webb 238 years ago tonight. So as you move along and sign the letter, I will read to your parents the contract that you're about to sign. And by the way, being an attorney licensed to practice in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, parents, I can assure you this is not a binding contract. We won't be sending any debt collectors or private eyes around. We think your children's word is more than good enough for us. Franklin wrote to Webb on that night in 1784, "Dear sir, your situation grieves me, and I send you herewith a banknote for 10 louis d'or. I do not pretend to give you such a sum. I only lend it to you. When you shall return to your country, you cannot fail of getting into some business that will in time enable you to pay all of your debts. In that case, when you meet with another honest man in similar distress, you must pay me by lending the sum to him, enjoining him to discharge the debt by a like operation when he shall be able and shall meet with such another opportunity. I hope this sum may thus go through many hands before it meets with a knave that will stop its progress. This is a trick of mine for doing a great deal of good with a little money. I'm not rich enough to afford much in good works, and so I'm obliged to be cunning and make the most of a little. With the best wishes for your future prosperity, I am, dear sir, your most obedient servant, B. Franklin, Paris, 1784. We, like Franklin, will not expect to be repaid in money. And we will not try to enforce the contract that you're signing here tonight, but we will keep a copy of it in our archives. So perhaps someday, not tomorrow, not next month, not next year, but someday, you may come back to the Union League, ask to see a copy of what you signed tonight, and put a check next to your name to tell Mr. Franklin and tell us that the promise was kept. Ladies and gentlemen, may you have a round of applause for the extraordinary scholars in here tonight.
It's official, the last scholar has signed. So thank you, President Mills, and thank you, scholars, for making this commitment. Before we close this evening, I'd like to ask the Vice Chair of the Legacy Foundation, Mike Piatzowitz, to come to the stage for the benediction.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, thank you for the great gift of our scholars gathered here tonight. You helped them become who they are today. Now help them grow into men and women that they can become and continue to be great Americans as we love them to be here at the Union League. Be with them and strengthen them for whatever the future holds. Lead them in the path that is best for each of them. Help them fully develop the gifts of mind, body, and spirit that you have given them. Guide them in a way of truth and life. May they make our great nation even more perfect. We also thank you for the Union League Foundation donors who made these scholarships possible for these deserving students. Continue to bless them with good health and good fortune so that they may continue to provide for future deserving students. We pray this in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Mike. I hope everyone has enjoyed this evening's ceremony, and I trust that each of you will leave the league tonight with a sense of pride and accomplishment in our program, in our scholars, but most importantly, in the future that these young students hold in their hands. I have just one last message for our scholars, and it is, of course, from Abraham Lincoln, and I quote, "I am a success today because I had a friend who believed in me, and I didn't have the heart to let him down." There are thousands of Union League members who believe in you. We know you will succeed. We know we will look forward to sharing in your success. So remember, let the light within you shine brighter than the light on you. Congratulations, thank you, and good night.